Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Sergio Lopez, and I'm here to share with you tips and tricks on how to get better with gouache painting. I have something new for this channel that I'm going to try out here, and I'm calling it the Random Color Challenge. So how this is going to work is I'm going to choose just a few colors from a random assortment of gouache paints that I have, and the idea is that we will come up with new and exciting color schemes and learn about color theory in the process. And I'm going to show you how I work with a limited palette and how to maximize your understanding of color from it. So first step I'm going to take is choosing my colors. So the way I did that was I took a 24 well palette here and I put a number corresponding to each of the wells, and each of these wells has a different color to go with the tube of paint. And so we'll choose the color of paint from this bag here, and I'll lay out all the colors we have. If you guys are interested in picking up these colors yourself, I'll have a list for you available in the description below. Alright, so we got our colors here, and I'll just go through them really quick and list them out. And these are Turner and Lucas, but you can get a color that approximates any of these colors from some other brand that you may like more. If you like M, Graham, and Holbein, you can find reasonable replacements for these. So let's go ahead and go through it. We got your titanium white, mixing white, primary yellow, cadmium yellow light, yellow ochre, cadmium red deep, magenta, primary red, and this is more of like a very cool red, rose, pink, lilac, violet bluish, but you can go with violet, and brilliant violet, ultramarine deep, sky blue, primary blue, this is similar to like a cyan. We got horizon blue, leaf green, jade, permanent green deep, you can go with viridian if you want, burnt sienna, Van Dyke brown, and ivory black. And we'll have a 24th color that you can use as a bonus wild card if you want. So now that we got that going, let's pick our colors. Okay, this is how we're going to do it. I have an 8-sided die, and each of the numbers will correspond to one of the numbers on my row of paints here. So we'll do the first row, so I could roll 1 through 8. If I don't roll white, I will include it automatically into my choices of colors because I think white is such a necessary color that I shouldn't not use it, even if I don't roll it. Okay, so let's do this. First roll will be looks like a 4. And 4 is, we go back, cadmium yellow light. So I'll go ahead and put that there. And then, so now, if I roll a 1, it'll be a 9. If I roll an 8, it'll be 16. And any color corresponding to that will be the next color. So, next roll is a 2. So that means I got a 10. And 10 is pink. So we got yellow and pink to paint with. So, painting with yellow and pink, and next up, we will roll for 17 through 24. So if I roll a 1, I get 17. If I roll 8, that's a free color. And if I roll a free color, I'll do a 4th color. So let's go ahead and do it. Oops. And that is a 4. So that means that is color number 20. Permanent green deep. Wow, that's going to be Interesting color palette there. And then, you know, we could put on white. So we have to do everything with these colors in. You know what? Just for fun, let's do another roll. This one I believe is a 20-sided die, so it'll be any of the colors that correspond with it. Oh, it's another 4. Wow, we keep getting 4s. Well, we already have 4, so we'll have to do it again. 13, and that's a purple. Brilliant violet. Okay, so that's a challenge. We got cadmium yellow light, pink, permanent green deep, and brilliant violet. Alright, let's see what we get. Oh yeah, and one last thing. This is the reference that I'll be painting from. I'll be doing it from life, but if you guys want to follow along, I have a link for you to download this picture so you can paint from it from your laptop or print it out or however you like to paint from it. Okay, here we go. This will be interesting because what will I have to use to get a substitute for red? It's probably going to be this pink and yellow together. Something I've done before. Yeah, it's kind of more of an orange, but hey, that's even better for us, right? With this paper, I think I want to soak it a little bit. Water on it so I can kind of spread it around a little easier. Pink, let's see, yellow. Wow, that is neon. This is going to be a weird painting. Having this pink to work with is like, oh my god, what is happening to my eyes? So I have no blue, but I have colors adjacent to blue on the color wheel, so on one side of each. So mixing them together will get me hopefully something close to a blue. So that's what I'm doing here. Better illustrate that. Got one of these little pocket color mixing guides. And let's look for the actual color wheel. Well, okay. I guess it doesn't really have one, but... So, we got our purple here. I guess it's over here. And we got a green, which is somewhere over here. So, theoretically, it doesn't always work this way, but if you mix the two together, you're going to land somewhere in this area. And I think that's kind of what's happening with this color. It's not perfect, because you can't mix a primary out of two secondaries, but it's the closest we can do, right? It is kind of looking bluish. See that? Magical blue. Fake blue. I think most people, if they saw this color, they'd be like, and you'd ask them, what color is it? I don't think they'd be like, green, purple? They'd probably just say blue without having the context. So we're gonna have to make our darks out of this. Get some pink and purple together and see what we get out of it. Wow, this is just such a crazy mixture. It actually needs a little bit of green. It's actually kind of a fun color scheme. I didn't give it enough credit. It's kind of a weird color down here to deal with this palette I'm working with. So I figured these colors out. I just have to kind of establish everything in a way that makes sense for me in the moment, and then carve it out later, because it's probably a little bit too much to deal with trying to translate what I see into these different color schemes right off the bat. So if things are looking strange color wise, don't worry, they are to me as well. So we'll try and find something that gets us close to red. And if we look at our color wheel again, we can try and see, okay, orange and purple might get us to some degree of red. So that's what we'll try to do, but I don't think we'll be as successful with this color as we were trying to make that blue. But yeah, if you want to pick up a color guide like that to help you understand colors better, it's not a bad idea. Strong of a green. You see some green in there, but we'll have to tone it down as we go along. So at least with this color scheme, I can create cool yellow, which is green, and a warm yellow, which is orange, which will really help with getting this to look somewhat reminiscent of the colors that I'm actually observing. The nice thing about this random combo of colors is that I can actually make a lot of nice complementary grays. It just happened to work out that way. I don't know. It will always be so fortunate. I'll go cool. To fix the drawing happening here. It's getting wonky over here on this side. I need to fix up. So the real problem I'm having with trying to get this color to read as more red, but yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm just not going to be able to make it do what I want as far as what I'm observing. So we'll just have to accept this substitute color. A lot of other things in this painting I think I can get pretty close to, but red is just not something that I can create. That's what makes this a challenge. A slight bit of struggling with the materials actually. This student grade gouache paint kind of lays down a little funny, which makes me not flow with the off the brush as good as I want it to. Doing my best with it, but there's just certain little things that happen that just make me wish I was working with a little bit better of a paint here. Let's clean up some ellipses here. have to clean up this ellipse later. I gotta sometimes add a little bit of white into my mixtures, my light mixtures, is because the paint itself isn't opaque enough. Okay, things are starting to take better shape here. This is such a weird painting by my standards. I'm using this Nujabi handmade paper, and I like it for so many different plein air subjects, but I don't know if it's very good for still life painting. I mean, I have used it for a little gourd that I painted before, but it's hard to really get a lot of mileage out of each brush stroke. And I don't know, maybe it's because of the paint I'm using, but I find it slightly difficult to work with. So everything to me is starting to take shape, I feel like. And as far as putting all the shapes in goes, they're really starting to come together. I have to use paint to warm that yellow. It does make for some weird interactions between colors. Gotta put a little bit more pink down. Going here, clean up all these shapes, make them read. So at this point, I think putting in the details will really help everything read as what it is. It's a little bit tough to decipher it if people don't know what the reference is. So putting a few things here and there kind of allude to what type of candies these are. Not too bright. It's a little better. These colors are so not what Snickers bar actually is, but relative to everything else, it does read like one. Within the context of this painting, colors that aren't true to what they actually are still read as familiar. It's just the power of color temperatures. Some of these Reese's cups. has been quite a fun, challenging experience. There's a lot that goes into thinking about what you're doing while you're doing it, but once you kind of figure out the language that you created for yourself, it's really not that much different than painting with the actual color, the true to life color you see in front of you. It's just, you just kind of switch your, or you just kind of shift your mode of thinking into something a little bit like a few steps off of what you actually see. So once you kind of establish that, okay, this sort of purpley pink is the closest you'll get to a red in shadow, then that just becomes what it represents. And as long as you follow that, it can still look believable, even if not true to life. I think that's all we're really after, is just believability. Even though these colors are just kind of way out there as far as how they compare to real life. The harmony that happens when you follow the principles of color, such as temperature, they still kind of hold together. The main things happening here is making sure you get the values right and the color temperatures right. And there's a whole lot you can say about color temperatures that it's a bit more than the scope of this exercise, but as I do these and talk my way through them, I'll try and impart a little bit more of my knowledge around color temperature. So if you guys have any specific questions that you want me to try and tackle in a video, I'm totally up for that as well. It'll of course help you because I will share my knowledge, but it'll help me because I don't know what you guys want to learn more about. So it's a little bit of give and take there. So I'm a little bit unsure about the drawing of this jar. I have to look at it at a different angle and see how I'm doing that. There are things I could fix about it. Like this here has to be more of a severe angle than this up here. So I need to fix that. One of the ways you can do that is actually look at it at a different angle. So we can see, is this parallel to that? And is this parallel to that? Almost. Let's just bring this out a bit more. So that's helping that a little. Yeah, that ellipse is funky. A little bit happier with this ellipse now. A little funky up there. Not sure how I feel about this part of the here. So actually this comes up a bit more, as you can see. All of this there. Let's go back and fix up this part of it again. bit of detail in this ellipse as well, so we'll fix that. Okay, well, I think for me personally, it's far enough for what I want to do with this painting. I mean, it's pretty rough still. I mean, there's still so much more I can do with it. Nujabi can be seriously difficult to do, but yeah, kind of fun, huh? It ain't perfect. There's, yeah, like I said, definitely not flawless, but you know, it does what I set out to do, and it's a fun color scheme that I will probably revisit for something. But yeah, I think that's part of what's important about doing these color studies with colors that you normally wouldn't use, that you can discover a lot from them. So yeah. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this random color challenge. It was a blast to do, so I hope that you guys join me for the next one. If you guys enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you want to follow along for the next one, hit that red subscribe button, and then hit the bell so you get notified for when the next one comes out, alright? And yeah, so also, I'm thinking about possibly starting a Facebook group for this particular challenge, where I could share my gouache paintings, and you can follow along with the random color challenges, and that you can also get all the resources and tools available that I'll be sharing there. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know, and I'll get in touch with you, and I'll send you guys invites to it if I get it up and running. Alright, well, see you in the next one.